Welcome back to Detroit Piston Me Off. Today on the show, we discuss the Pistons' miserable loss to the Utah Jazz, losing 126 to 119 in a ball game where the Pistons were trailing by 29, 48 to 19 after a single quarter of play. Just an horrendous start for the Pistons. On the bright side, battled hard the rest of the ball game, fighting to the last whistle, but folks could not get the job done. Shot atrociously from behind the arc tonight, 13 of 47. Yes, that's 27%. From downtown, while the Utah Jazz shot 20 of 40, which is, yes, 50% from behind the arc. Now, if you're going to tell me the Pistons would only turn the ball over 10 times tonight and force 27 turnovers and lose the ball game, I would think you're crazy, but that's exactly what happened tonight, as the Pistons could not overcome a horrendous beginning. And quite frankly, some of the veterans, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, did not get the job done tonight. Tim Hardaway coming off a huge overtime heroic victory versus the Miami Heat tonight was 2 of 11 from the field. 3 of 11 from the field, 2 of 9 from behind the arc. He had a great start, hit this first three-point shot, landed on Colin Sexton's foot, and wasn't the same. I know he still played 30 minutes, so I guess he was all right. Could not drop in the baskets. Pistons were a negative 20 when he was on the court tonight. Jalen Duren was a negative 26 when he was on the floor. But when Paul Reed came in the ball game, he was 6 of 9 in 17 minutes, had 12 points, 9 rebounds. They were a plus 11 when Paul Reed was on the court. Paul Reed really made a big difference with his energy, tenacity on the defensive end, and also scoring the basketball inside tonight. Great performance from him. He also had 2 blocks and 2 steals. An all-around great performance from Paul Reed. Cade Cunningham did all that he could tonight. He was 13 of 23 from the field, 3 of 8 from behind the arc, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, had 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks tonight, and a steal. Did foul out late in this ball game, trying to claw his way back in, played much of the second half in foul trouble. Tobias Harris laid an egg coming off that injury, his thumb injury. Maybe should have kept Tobias out another ball game. He was 3 for 13, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, missing wide open threes in really crucial parts of the game tonight. Did come up with 2 blocks and a steal. Tough on the defensive end, 7 rebounds. But you got to have some scoring from your starting power forward. He gets 30 minutes a game. Same with Tim Hardaway, your starting shooting guard, getting 30 minutes a game. The 2 of those were combined for 6 of 24 and 2 of 12 from behind the arc. The job is not going to get done when that is the case. Simone Fontecchio against his former team was very solid tonight. He had a plus 10 when he was on the court. Was 2 of 3 from the field. They very tough defensively. Now, Ron Holland got ejected from the ballgame after squaring off with Jordan Clarkson. Ron Holland came running over, ready to throw down, but J.B. Bickerstaff was quick to grab Ron Holland and take him off the court. However, he was ejected along with Jordan Clarkson. Both players acting like they were going to throw down, but it never happened. And quite frankly, it would have been a bad boxing match, in my humble opinion, after seeing the shadow boxing of both of them was not impressive at all. Stick to basketball, gentlemen. Get back on defense, shut your mouths, and play ball. With that said, Ron Holland really made a big difference while he was in the game. A plus 6 when he was out there tonight. His defensive intensity was very crucial in the Pistons clawing their way back. Like I said, they were down by 29 at the end of the first quarter. Brought it back all the way to 6 points in the second quarter. But at the end of the day, the Utah Jazz shooting 20 of 40 from downtown, 50% on the night, just continue to hit important shots after important shots, even though the Pistons were all up in their grill defensively, forcing turnover. Like I said, 27 turnovers committed by the Utah Jazz, only 10 for the Pistons. So that's a bright spot. That first quarter, however, was a black hole, a disgrace. And that cannot continue to happen from the Detroit Pistons. The Utah Jazz, a team with only 5 wins on the season, the Pistons cannot lose these ball games. But they did it anyways. Maybe decreasing the minutes of those Tobias Harris's and Tim Hardaway Jr., use them as more of a veteran leadership role instead of that much time on the court. I just don't think that's necessary. The stats don't lie with them on the floor. They absolutely got manhandled tonight. Jalen Duren, a negative 26. Tobias Harris, a negative 17. And Tim Hardaway Jr., a negative 20. Some changes may need to be done. I've been calling here for a few weeks, limiting the minutes of Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr. I have liked what they've done with the team as far as veteran leadership. I just don't think they need to be having this much time on the court when you got guys like Ron Holland, Simone Fontecchio, Marcus Sasser, Sard Thompson waiting in the wings for more minutes. Also, Paul Reed, when he's played this year, he's been very, very impressive. I like what he's given them. Wouldn't mind seeing a few more minutes out of him as well. And Jalen Duren, not horrific, but not exactly fantastic either. Sard Thompson, this one tonight, fouled out in the ball game. Was playing in foul trouble the entire ball game. Had 9 points, 4 assists, a couple of rebounds, a steal. Played hard on the defensive end. Couldn't hit any of his 3-point shots. He was 0 for 3 and just 3 of 9 overall. Malik Beasley scored 26 points, although he is quite inefficient. Just 9 of 26 from the floor overall, 7 of 19 from behind the arc. Piston fans, a very tough loss tonight. We've got tough games coming up versus the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Orlando Magic, and more. This is a key stretch on the road. They're going to have to get some upsets to keep this team in the play-in picture. Piston fans, do me a solid, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be reminded when my videos are uploaded. And I'll see you next time on Detroit Piston Me Off.